Hello, hello, everyone. I hope that you're doing well. This is the end. Oh, good. It looks like my Blue Sky bot is working now. Yay! It was not working earlier and I was sad. It's because I was dumb and I did not remember to give it the permissions. Because I'm a silly belly. Hold on, I am adjusting my Twitch profile picture. There we go, I fixed it. I did it. All right. Oh, I need to email a student back. I'll do that later. Actually, I should probably do this right now. Hold on, let me do this really quick before I forget. Because otherwise, I will be dumb. Let me look at my schedule. Let me tell the kid that tomorrow would be better. Let me go email this kid really fast. Okay, there we go. I emailed the student. I have a student coming and picking up my old, or it's rather Jamie's old Cintiq that they gave to Jace. And then now I don't want it no more. We don't want it because we don't want to move with it. So now I'm giving it to a REMCAD student for like $300 because it's like a decade old unit. It still works pretty damn good, but it is heavy as shit. It's so heavy. Hi, Chips. How you doing? Welcome in. I am so fucking tired. I think Jace is actually asleep on the couch right now before he has to go to work. Like, we are both low-key kind of dying, but that's okay. C'est la vie or something. I am just, doing the literal most right now. And by that I mean trying to get these dang commissions done. I realize as I've gotten older that I don't really like doing commissions as much as I used to. This commissioner is fantastic, so definitely no shade to Drea. But I think as I've gotten older, the commissions no longer are for me. I'd much rather be like de-stressing and doing my own like art rather than doing work for other people. But Just trying to stay awake. I need to go and make sure that Jace doesn't miss his alarm in a few minutes. Yeah, this year has been surprisingly busy for me. For the first time now, I'm kind of to the point where all of a sudden I don't have any kind of editing or commissions, which is absolutely batshit. I've never been so fully booked in my life. Oh, let's see. I gotta mark actually one of these commissions as complete. Oh, let me get rid of this. Let me do a little star emoji here. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna mark it with a Cholula. Yeah, so next month I have, if Drea still wants me to do work for Periapt, which I think is the case, I'll only have one slot open for next month as well. So that being said, if anybody wants any editing services or things like that, let me know. Liminal House is having a sale that I'm calling the American Economy is Shit sale, and I'm discounting everything until whatever the fuck this is over with, because I recognize I don't have any money, which means that likely other people don't have any money either, and we still want to do all of our creative shit. And we can't do that if gas is $9 million. So everything is on sale as much as I can anyway, to make things a little bit more affordable. I think I am going to continue to do commissions for people, but they're going to be like, you know, it's going to be people I know, you know, so like anybody in this stream, for example, I'd be totally fine doing commissions for, or like authors I know personally. But would I be opening up commissions to randos on the internet? Probably not. Unless things really started popping off for whatever fucking reason. I gotta like slow my roll because I got all excited thinking about game dev shit. Because now I have to, I think I have a really solid concept for a game that I could reasonably develop by myself. I may contract out some animators to do that portion, because I'm not, that's not my vibe. And I'm trying to figure out how I want to go about doing that, or what the overall vibe is, but otherwise I should be able to do most of this shit by myself. At least get the framework going, so... My goal is to have at least one playable chapter of this game by 2030. Or maybe sooner, we'll see. Oh my god! Shrimp! How you doing, Carrix? I don't know, if I can get a better prototype done earlier than that, then that would be pretty sick. We'll see, because as of right now, I have all of the Von Altus novellas to work on. And everyone collectively voted for Gay Gaston for my bonus project next year. I gotta really, like, sit down and work on my publishing timeline. Because, of course, if I don't get, like, a... third author for the 2027-2028 season, then I'm going to just publish my own work. But some of the stuff I'm not going to be publishing under the Liminal House imprint. I don't know, maybe Gay Gaston, maybe Mirror Gaze will come out Under Liminal House. I don't know. I have to try and figure that out as well. Oh my god, Hades! I haven't ever played it. Me and roguelikes are not friends. I don't have the brain power nor the dexterity skill to do that kind of shit anymore. I am, in other words, oat. But yeah, I only need one more follower on my backer kit campaign in order to get it to 50. So if anybody wants to do that, let me know if you haven't followed it yet. I'm pretty sure most folks in here have already, so no pressure. But I just need one more, and then I'm at 50. I'm already also 30% funded, and it hasn't even launched yet, which is crazy. So I'm hoping that that'll give it a good boost. I have to message my friend about doing like a launch day stream. Or like a launch weekend stream with my friend and do an interview, but I need to email her about that now. I am kind of nervous about it. But that's okay. This guy's outfit is going to be literally all the same color. I'm not really worried about it. I had to, like, save this guy's arm. The perspective was really bad. But we're okay. Otherwise, Eurovision semifinals round 1 is tomorrow. And I hope Aquilas makes it into the finals. That's all I really care about from round 1. If that son of a bitch doesn't win, I'm gonna cry. Man, it's been a minute since I've just drawn like an ungodly amount of leather armor. Ah! I'm fine. Oh, let me go make sure Jace left. Give me just a second. Hold on, guys. I'll be right back. Okay, he is awake. He did not accidentally sleep through his alarm. How you doing, Cal? Okay. Chillin' is good. I am watching all of my brain cells slowly leave me. But that's okay. From Babylon. I wish I was not so sleepy. I am very tired. My body is still trying to adjust to the new testosterone dose, and it is having not an easy time doing that. And I wish that it just would. I would be much happier if that was the case. I emailed so many book publishers, and none of them got back to me except for this one lady, and she was very nice. I am worried about trying to get a job in Canada, but we will get there. Mostly it's just been a lot of me fucking panicking about the Kickstarter that's coming up. I'm trying to not totally lose my marbles. Bye, BB.
Bye.
Have a good day at work. I love you.
I love you too. I'll see you later.
Yep, see you later.
Bye, guys.
You know what my favorite part about Pixel is, y'all? Is when he's not talking, he's giving the most fucking serious side eye of all time, and that's my favorite shit. He looks so upset, and that's how I feel. Jays doesn't get home until 7 p.m. today. It's currently noon, so he's got to work for like 7 hours. Forgot that I had this song in this playlist. I'm like, I don't know who this is. I think I have all of the mechanics down for this game, and now I have to go in and make the design doc for it, or the dev doc. So I'm kind of excited about that. But also, it's been a really long time since I created a dev doc for anything. I guess at the end of the day, if I make a video game and it goes nowhere, I can at least be like, I used my degree. People will be like, you got a game art degree and then you never made a game. And then I'll be like, look at it! Look at it! Look at it! But I think it'll be okay. I think it should be interesting. I've never coded anything in Unity before, so there's going to be a lot of like learning curve shit. I'm like basically familiar with a lot of different coding languages, but not super familiar with any one engine over the other. But I think we'll be okay. I've decided that this game is going to be primarily a side-scroller stealth horror. Is going to be the actual type of game itself. And I'm going to try and take as much inspiration from Little Nightmares as I possibly can. And that means that there's no combat. I originally thought there was going to be combat in the game, but there is not going to be any combat. Because that shit is complicated, and I don't have the manpower to code entire enemy AI systems. And I don't want to do that shit, so I'm not going to do it. I respect the devs that are out there that are making, like, crazy, intelligent AI and shit. That's fine. That ain't me. I'm not that guy. So effectively, what's going to happen is I'm going to finish writing the Von Altus short stories, the novellas, which will probably be pretty damn quick. I'm not super worried about it. And then, once that is done, I'm going to be working a lot on, I think I'm going to probably take a stream to do, like, it will be a productivity stream, but at the end of the day, it's going to be mostly me working on publishing schedules and trying to figure that out for Liminal House and for my own personal stuff. And then I have to make the decision on whether or not I'm going to publish all of my stuff through Liminal House now. Is that, you know, if that's the vibe. Or if I'm going to publish through myself for certain things. Like, I think that the Brady books, for example, may just be through Tycho Dorian Art and Writing instead of through Liminal House. But also, the more credibility I have for Liminal House and the more titles that are over there, the better they're going to be. So, I'm not really sure of the best, like, methodology there. So that's something that I have to do some research on and figure out. Because if that's the case, then what the next year is going to look like is Wetware Wizards by Richard Friesen is going to be my spring title. And then Fatal Mechanisms is going to be my fall title, but then I'm going to need, like, a summer title? Question mark? I have to figure out the best time to run these Kickstarters so that way I'm not, one, running multiple Kickstarters at the same time. Because, that's gross. And I don't think BackerKit will actually let you do that. Which makes sense, because that shit's dumb. That would be fucking awful. So I do at some point have to figure that out. I also need to figure out how to get a hold of the Book Talk people. I need to summon them. I tried to do some, like, follower building ads over on my personal TikTok, and I swear to God, so bad. So bad. Paid ads for that account, I learned very quickly, are not worth it. A bunch of bots was all that was. But I'm hoping that my ads for my BackerKit campaign will go. I'm gonna try and, like, really push it. And then we'll just keep our fingers crossed. I have a feeling that I'm going to get, like, I don't think it's not going to get funded. I think it'll be fine. But then I have to, figure out all the logistics shit because That's another thing that I need to figure out. I need to figure out if I'm going to do, like, signed book plates or what. Everybody should hydrate, though. I'm going to finish drinking my milk. I drank the whole thing. I did it. I'm a human. Because who knows, I might move Mirror Gaze over to Liminal House and do it in the spring instead. It's tough because January Kickstarters notoriously do really fucking bad, so I couldn't do it until like March. Which would not be the worst. Also, I'm trying to tell myself that I don't need a €50 tarot deck. But my Italian friend released a tarot deck onto Kickstarter, and it has a bunch of, like, little aggressive-ass bunnies on the tarot deck, and they're so cute. And so I may or may not actually back the project. I really like this armor. This armor is sexy as shit. This guy seems fun. He looks like he would actively kick the shit out of you. The violence! See, the tricky thing is... Well, probably launching a Kickstarter right after I move to Canada is not the best. Actually, I think, now that I'm thinking about it more, releasing Mirror Gaze under Liminal House is probably the better option here. I so far don't have any biters for, any authors for the 2027-2028 besides Wetware Wizards. I've had a couple of people show interest. And honestly, how do I set up as an agent or a publisher on, let's see, how to list yourself on Query Tracker as a publisher? How do I do this? It has to have at least 2 books in print. Which, so after next year, I will fit it. Okay, I'll have to do that later. Or maybe I can list myself as a... Well, because I'm not really an agent. I don't know. I'd have to figure that out. Because then that way, that gives my publishing house some legitimacy. And I just have to show that I print my own work, and then also another author trusted me to do that shit, and I'm not just like printing out of my ass. I also probably need to run an ad for submissions. But I can do that when I make more money. Hold on, this is rough. Give me a second. This is... Sometimes you just look at shit that you drew and you're like, why the fuck did I make this? You know what I'm saying? You ever have that happen to you? Much better. Oh my god, his forehead was like bulbous. We're okay. Alright. Slowly but surely, y'all. I am so crusty. I wish I was not that crusty, but... Hello? I love juicy ass, thick ass line art like this, let me tell y'all. I realize that this is like actually slightly larger than what I normally do, so I'm gonna tone it down just a little bit, but that's okay. Makes things more interesting. Actually gonna give that a little bit of weight. This will help this fucking arm stand out so we're not just looking at like a bunch of crisscrossy ass lines, you know what I'm saying? We want to be able to see which arm is the front arm and which arm is the back arm. Line weight is important, guys. Y'all are really thirsty for gay Gaston. That's also all I learned about that poll. Y'all have the thirst. I gotta go into draft 2. I need to add more detail. Ooh, the power just fluctuated in here. I'm so glad I don't have to do shots. I'm very grateful. I do the gel. I rub the gel all over my body. But I am glad that you get some time to rest, though. Yeah, me and Jace both decided that that shit was, like, fucking so unnecessary. We were both, like, so tired. He did the shots for a little while, and then we were like, you know what? Fuck that shit, actually. It does result in you having to do the application daily, but also, I'm so tired. I'm too old for this shit. Yeah, totally. Thankfully, yeah, our insurance is good, so I recognize that. Without Jace, I'd be well. Actually, in the state of Colorado, I think I'm pretty sure all forms of testosterone is free if you're on Medicaid, which is pretty sick. But I recognize not all states work that way. I end up having to pay more, I think, for my testosterone on Jace's insurance than I did when I was just on Medicaid, which make fucking sense. Yeah, insurance is fucked up. Like, you, honestly, depending on the state that you live in, like, I acknowledge that, you know, Colorado has definitely really good state insurance. But that being said, if you're in Colorado, effectively, if you're on Medicaid, most shit is free. I was on Medicaid for most of my life. So in certain states, it does not make any fucking sense. Once you're up here, will you be able to use the Canada system? Unfortunately, I will not. And the reason for that is because my husband, since he's going to school, will be able to get onto Canadian insurance, and he definitely will be. So that's very cool. The school that he's going to has an amazing trans clinic and is just overall awesome. But because I'm going to be up in Canada on a visitor's record, not on a work permit, I won't have access to insurance, unfortunately. So I'm going to be effectively paying for all of my meds out of pocket until I can somehow, hopefully, fingers crossed, find a job. Or until Jace gets into grad school, which will be in 3 years. And then at that point, I will have access to an open work permit, and then I can apply for Canadian health insurance. So, effectively, what I'm going to be rolling with is visitor's record. So, I'm a tourist. I'm nothing better than a tourist because I don't have a job in the Canadian market. But at the end of the day, the meds are just slightly more expensive than what I would be paying my co-pays for here in the US. So, at the end of the day, it's like, yes, I'll have to work some extra stuff into my budget, but it's still mind-boggling to me that, like shit is so expensive here in the US. It is insane. Also, one thing that will be nicer for me is that the Canadian government treats prescribed testosterone differently than in the US. And so here in the US, in order to get hormone therapy as a trans person, they effectively will not give me my medication because they think I'm a fucking drug addict and that I'm going to sell it. So, for example, my doctor has prescribed to me 4 bottles of androgel testosterone is the medication that I'm taking. So that's like, you apply it on your skin. 4 bottles. I'm supposed to go to the go to the pharmacy, get the meds, and then they'll fill 4 bottles of testosterone. The current pharmacy that I go to will only fill 1 bottle of testosterone because they don't want to give me more than 1 because, again, they think I'm gonna fucking sell it on the black market. And so even with a doctor's prescription being like, hey, this person doesn't want to go into the fucking pharmacy and fill the medication once every 20 days, give them a bulk amount, the pharmacy can still go, no, you're probably doing drugs. No. And then not give me my meds. So that's really annoying. Yellow blonde. Okay. Looking at whatever the hell is going on here. So really annoying. Meanwhile, they gave me like 5. Yeah, I don't know what the fuck. And it depends on your insurance as well. So like, it is such tomfuckery. Like, I recognize that as soon as I get to Canada, it will be a situation of if the doctor prescribes it, they will fill that amount regardless of what they want to do. You know what I mean? I'm not going to be navigating really bullshit insurance systems at all. So I'm very stoked for that. My parents paid for most shit out of pocket the entire time that I was a kid, to be honest. Because my dad was self-employed. And also I learned some interesting shit about my father as an adult that made it make sense why he was self-employed. My entire childhood. He didn't do anything bad. He's okay. But it taught me as a kid that, to some degree, paying for shit out of pocket would always be better than paying for shit with insurance. It just made absolutely zero fucking sense to do so. And so, thankfully, my dad was really, like in the fucking 90s and early 2000s, he was raking shit in. He was a very, very lucrative photographer at that time. So that was pretty cool. So as a kid, though, point is, I didn't really have any issues accessing shit. And then the 2008 recession hit, and then I went on to Medicaid for the first time. And then things got interesting. Things got absolutely bananas at that point. So I'm definitely no stranger to, like, food stamps or all of that good shit. Yeah, my dad made so much fucking money. It was crazy. You guys are the gay people in my phone. Surprise! But also, I hope you're doing well, Melpomene. I realize I didn't do a formal hello. I hope you're doing well. I think I'll be okay though. Thankfully, it's actually like less complicated than the US overall. Like in the US, if you don't have insurance, you automatically just like suffer a bunch of tax penalties and shit. So you have to be on insurance, but then most states don't have good insurance, so then you get thrown into the shit insurance category, which means that you can't typically afford basic health care. Okay, his hair's pretty yellow, like gold. Let's do that. Yeah, that is lucky. Well, like, and it's crazy to me. I feel like some places you would expect it to be so fucking bad, but then Texas somehow coming out of left field. But really, at the end of the day, it should be just a basic human right for people to have access to any kind of medical care that they seek. Although yesterday was funny, and I had to explain to Jace's uncle that you can't just fucking go buy over-the-counter testosterone. Like, I don't think he understood that it's like a fucking, like, criminalized substance here in the United States. He was like, I feel like I need some to go work out. I'm like, bro, I don't know how to tell you that the reason I can't get my testosterone is because Lance Armstrong lost a whole ass testicle because he kept fucking doing too much testosterone, guys. Like, Uncle Mark, I don't know how to tell you, but like, you know, for older people, he's over the age of 40. So I was like, just go to your doctor and have them do a hormone panel. You know, like, you never know, because men, I think, over the age of 30 lose 1% of their testosterone every single year. You know, so by the time you reach 40, you are at 90% of what your peak testosterone capacity was when you were 30. You know, so, reasonably speaking, you could go to a doctor and be like, hey, actually, my performance is dipping a little bit. I don't think that I'm doing that great. Can you prescribe me some testosterone? And very likely a doctor will just, especially if you're over the age of 40, they'll just go, oh yeah, here you go, bro. And then you'll do like one little pump of androgel and like everything is kosher there at that point. Yeah, I haven't had that problem. I don't know if I have not known anybody who's taken a too high testosterone dose. You'd have to really do the most. Like, I think, like, as far as my doctor measures it, you know, I don't know if this is in like parts per million or what, in terms of like testosterone in the blood, but the average range for a cis male in the US is 400 to 700 in your blood. You'd have to like hit over 1200, like 1000 to 1200 in your blood. You'd have to fucking hit so much testosterone in order for that to happen. Like, it'd have to be absolutely apeshit. And of course, that's why Lance Armstrong's testicle fell off, because doing roids, right? Like, don't do that. So So yeah, do not do that. But with like trans men, obviously that's like less of an issue. My main issue was that the seizure medication that I was on was an estrogen suppressant, which in my case was slightly beneficial because that meant that I had to take lower testosterone in order to not like meet those levels, which is fine. But then as soon as I stopped my seizure medication, my estrogen rocketed, and so then all of a sudden my body's having like a really difficult time processing testosterone. So I actually have to meet with my doctor here soon to figure out what we want to do about that, because unfortunately if I add on a med like progesterone, that means that my medical costs in Canada are going to be fucking astronomical, and that might go over budget, which is not good. But IUDs sound fucking terrible. Or there may be a chance that if I just continue this consistent dose of testosterone, eventually it'll chill its shit? Question mark? So that's really the question. Is will it calm the fuck down? And the answer is, as of right now, no fucking idea. So your meds can definitely do some wild ass shit. Yeah, it's more so like, unfortunately, genetically too, I have shit working to my disadvantage, and that disadvantage is that apparently my family has just like the most estrogen producing fucking ovaries of all time. Crazy. Crazy. So my sister, for example, when she got a hormonal implant to do birth control, her body never stopped having periods. Like normally that's what happened is you get that hormonal implant, and like eventually your body will just stop. Like that's the theory anyway. Did not ever stop for her. And then so for me, for example, being on testosterone should in theory just stop the periods altogether, but in my case, my ovaries are literally fucking working overtime for no fucking reason, and that's where I'm at. So my options would really be get on progesterone, which is fine, not a bad thing. Let me see what I'm doing here. Actually, well, let me copy this down. Hold on, we're gonna move some shit around. But yeah, do progesterone, or get a hysterectomy, or do an IUD. Those are my three options here. And unfortunately, I think as much as I hate the IUD reality here, and I'm really not excited about it, the reality is that probably will be the best option in order to get it to just chill the fuck out, and I don't have to... Why are you like this? I won't have to suffer as bad. I need to move this mouth around a little bit here. But yeah, sometimes at the end of the day, it's just fucking eject it out of your body. Okay, there we go. This is a little bit better. We just needed a squarer jaw. Let me get... Yeah, totally. Blood work is always good. And also, too, it's kind of cool, mostly as a trans guy in general, we're more likely to catch other weird issues and blood problems simply because we're doing blood work preventatively a lot more. So, okay, let me figure out if this is better here. Oh yeah, better. I was trying to stick closer to the, I'm going to move this eye up. Closer to the Baldur's Gate 3 model, but I think having a bulkier dragon looks better, personally. Oh yeah, totally. Yeah, you never know. It also allows us to catch, like, cholesterol and, like you're saying, like, white and red blood cell count issues way earlier. Oh, he is a smiley guy. Okay, so let me figure this out here. I might raise this eyebrow a little bit as well, so less stoic, more smiley. There we go. Yeah, you could be dehydrated, and also, too, everybody's genetics are different as well. Yeah, because as long as you're not in the, like, oh shit, you're gonna die zone, you're, like, pretty good, you know what I mean? Okay, so let's see. I gotta try and do this horn correctly here. Also, welcome back, Cal. Let me reduce this. Today might actually be more of a I'm working on my portfolio day and less of a I'm working on commissions day. It's a third horn that's a little shorter than the two side horns. And it curves this skull straight back, ending in a point. Okay, so let's do... that, like that. Ooh. You ever just go, ooh, I fucking hate that shape? Yeah, that was me just then. Sure. I have the other, like, version of his head saved, so for whatever reason, this is not it. Then I have the ability to... Let me actually also... I have the ability to revert back. Always save backups if you're shit, guys. You never know when the commissioner's just going to be like, ew! And then, like, you have to go back and do it again. You never fucking know. Okay, there we go. Now let's bring this like this. Alright, cool. Okay, alright. Okay, so now... Yeah, I mean, alright, we're gonna go with it. We're gonna see what she says about it. Let me save both of these out. Yeah, medication's wild. Yeah, I have a theory that if I just were to stay on this level of tea, I'd probably be fine, and it'll just end my hormonal problemas. That would be pretty sick. But I'm just gonna go see what my options are, and if the only option is, unfortunately, have somebody shove something super fucking uncomfortable inside me, then that's just the way that goes. And... I cry. Okay, let me send this over to Drea. Okay, we'll see what she says. Dre's the fucking best. Alright. Now, that being said, I have an opportunity to work on my portfolio, or I could work on an adoptable. I don't fucking know. I have one more adoptable in my first batch that I could fucking get out of here. And those things take like 2 fucking seconds. Probably working on my portfolio would be a smarter move. Okay, so let me see. This is what we worked on last time. Be your lap dog. All right, so I still need to work on a secondary environment, and I really need an isometric drawing of both floors of the house. I need blueprints. So actually, I'm probably going to start with an isometric illustration first, because otherwise I'm going to cry. So let me go in here and bust open this. This was my ISO that I did for the main living room of Darius's castle. So let me start with this. We're gonna do image. We're gonna duplicate this. We're going to call this house, and we're gonna call it and blueprint. So let's, for a fucking second, just kind of do a floor plan. I wonder if there's a cool website that will allow you to do that. Let's go find out. Okay, let's see. Did Dre get back to me? Oh, no, it was Jace. Let's see. House floor plan maker. Okay, let's go. Fucking, it's time for The Sims. Floor plan creator. Create a project. Oh my god, this is effectively just The Sims. Okay, so let's see. We're gonna add... Okay, so this is ground floor. First floor. Oh my god, and you can see the square footage of everything? Crazy. Alright, so now... what does this do? Oh, interesting. It just makes like a perfectly square room. Ah, so if I zoom out... Okay, so this actually will be super helpful. Okay, it's 12 square meters. What is the average square footage of a... Let's see, how many bedrooms do we have? We have 1, 2, 4... A 4-bedroom, 2-story Victorian home. I got it. 2,200 square feet and 3,200 square feet. Oh, wait. With a finished basement. About 3,500 square feet, including the finished total level. Okay, so let's assume that that's the case. This is going to be so kind of unnecessary, actually, for me to do this way, but I don't even care. 3,500 divided by 3 is going to be about 1,200 square feet, give or take, every floor. So if we have on the ground floor... This is in square meters. Can we do this in square feet instead? I don't think so. Area multiplier, raise floor, show ceiling, lowered ceiling. Can I go, let's see, language to system default. Aha! Beat. Because I'm fucking American. Okay. Okay. All right. So now, if we have about a 1,200 square foot thing going on down here, we have really only 3 rooms. So we got about a 400 square foot room. Oh my god, you can do weird shit. Crazy. Let me see. So this is going to be about 200 square feet, give or take. Let me do some stairs. Does this go over like this? Okay, so let's see. So I need... It's a double wide stair. I'm gonna be fine. 12 feet. Drop the site! It's called floorplancreator.net. Floorplancreator.net. I just found it on Google. This is really fucking unnecessary. So unnecessary. I love how there's a thing for void. We got structures, we got doors and windows, so we'll worry about that too. This will actually help me. To be honest, this would probably help overall modelers and animators for a set. Do I need to do this like this precisely? Absolutely not. I might want to do like a 300 square foot room. Do I have like we got a bookcase. Do we got a fireplace? I'm just kind of curious to see what their default fireplace size is. Curtains, rug, a radiator, air conditioner. We got a chair. A sofa. Oh, there's a fireplace. Okay, because this gives me a pretty good estimation of actually how big... And actually, to be quite honest... This is quite large. I have in my mind like a rough ballpark of the size of this space. Can I, thank you. Do I have the ability to like recess? Nah, but that's okay. We don't need to. I'm just gonna kind of build this. They don't have a sofa in here. Let me get like a, let me get this. Mr. Von Altus explodes all of these things just as a fun thing to think about. He literally throws up all over all of this shit on accident. It's not really his fault, but it ain't his fault. This will kind of determine the square footage. Actually, let me get of this entire thing. See, this is the chair that Brady's never allowed to sit in. So they got, we got lamps. What do we got? Oh yeah, I like this coat hanger. Do we have doors? Yes. They got a garage. They got a roller. This is the front door. And then we got... Oh, wait, there's a double door. Oh, but they just have a regular front door. I remember. I have this whole space planned in my head. It's just a matter of, like, figuring out how the fuck it actually looks. Alright, we got a window definitely, like, right here. And then we got another window right here. I'm going to make sure that this is relatively even. Doesn't have to be perfect. This is kind of a recessed area, so this has like a little walkway thing. And I guess in theory, this thing actually goes like this. And then there's a door here that leads... Actually, it's an opening. It leads to... So let me bring the stairs back a little bit. 12-foot stairs, I think, are probably appropriate here. Leads into the actual dining room itself. So let's start with another. This is actually a pretty fucking sick site. This is going to be so much easier. Why would you do this? Okay, don't let it do that. Don't let it do that! Alright. And then you can kind of combine rooms like this. So now let's see here. I like how there's a landing as well. I'll work on that when we go upstairs. So let's see here. Am I not allowed to, like... Hello? I guess I can just kind of... Actually, it's probably for the best that I put the... this room over here first. I don't know why I got rid of my other door, which makes me very sad. But that's okay. Sometimes that shit happens. Because there's that. Let me get my other door in here. My other weird thing. I don't know why it just like awkwardly reset a bunch of shit. Because then we have a wooden walkway that goes here. Oh, I love how that's a coat hanger. Oh yeah, here's a coat rack. That's pretty good. I don't know. Do we have like a lamp? Do we have we got lamps. Oh my god, you can put in a man. That is very funny though, actually. I don't even need that. I'm alright. I'm good. I don't need it. I like how you can have that whole thing. I don't think that they have rugs over here, to be quite fucking honest. This is all shit that goes on the floor. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, interesting. I don't need those kinds of things, though. I'm chill. Do we have... like... I guess this is as good as it's gonna get. Let's see, we need lots of chairs. Hey, this is actually a surprisingly large room. So let me figure out exactly what the overall vibe is of this thing. Because I know what the overall... Hello, can I just take just the chair? Thank you. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my lord. No. Oh my god. Okay, let me move these chairs out of the way. Oh, I can copy the chair. I love this for us. Yeah, because it's definitely 3 people per side. Why are you so close? Why you snap like this? Okay, it does not like it. It did not like that, amigo. That's okay. I understand. Yeah, this is I love interior design tools like this. I always see if there's something that I can do, especially if I'm doing a more realistic actual interior versus like a fantasy or a sci-fi interior, like just overall. Wait a second, why is this like the largest fucking table of all time? Hold on. Or no, wait, I'm actually full of shit. That 232 square feet is the actual room itself. No, we're okay. This is a 7-foot, 8-foot table, give or take. 8 by 4-ish. Well, how big of a table is that? 8 foot by 4 foot table. How big of a table is that? Oh yeah, that's like a full-ass dining size table. Let's see. Standard size of a dining room table. Eight foot by 36 actually is going to be the bitch. Okay, so this is important because this is how we're going to do this. Oh no, that's 8 inches by 36 inches. Is that inches? I might have been a dumbass. 8 foot by 36 inches. So if we have a foot, let's see, how many feet is 36 inches? That's about a 3 foot. So actually, so this table is just a touch. Actually, that is a standard dining room table size. Okay, it's just a touch like wider than a standard table, but that's fine. I'm not worried about it. That'll do. Okay, so let's do a window. Yeah, nice. We're gonna do like a really big ass window here. I wonder if I could do... Can I do like a bay window? Can I... What does that do? Oh my god! Oh my lord! I was just able to just do a bay window. No questions asked. That was crazy. Okay, well that was useful. That was crazy. Insanely useful. Can I delete that? Oh my god! This thing is amazing. Oh my god. Okay, well, that's the most useful shit of all time. Alright. So, let me get some other... I'm just gonna assume that there's like some kind of fucking... Let me actually get the doors in here though. Doors and windows. I'm actually gonna... Can I... Wait a second. I'm a silly Billy. I don't need this. What are you doing? Amigo? I actually don't need this. I can just go like this because I am a fool. Okay, so let's think about this then. I'm gonna worry about putting other decor in there because that will help me visualize the space once I start to pick the more important area. Because really, the most important thing is moving from Blockhead's room down the stairs and then into the kitchen. So we won't really be dealing with the dining room. I likely will do the living room, but having this for like the entire overall animation would be insanely important. Can you, sir, amigo? I acknowledge and understand where you're coming from here. Can I, what happens if I do this? Goodbye. I'm gonna actually bring this back down to a 12-foot stair, just very roughly. And then I also have to consider how the stairs go down into the basement as well. This is a very open concept house, I'm now realizing. I think there's actually a creepy closet. I think that there's a creepy closet right there. Oh. I'm gonna make the creepiest closet. It's a 20 square foot creepy entrance. Amigo, please. Amigo, please. Can I please move this whole room? Thank you. This goes here. Now, I don't think it actually is this wide. Let me, oh. This is one of those creepy little fucking things that you just kinda just like have creepy stairs. I'm gonna actually put a no. I actually don't think I need to put anything there. It opens that way. And then that goes downstairs. It's very spooky ooky. Oh, well, and actually, you know what? I'm a fool. You want to know why? Because actually, this would go. I know how houses work. This would actually go like here below the stairs. Why? I'm going to just very gently, like, can I? There we go. Like that. That goes down into the creepy stairs. Okay, so now we need, I'm gonna call this thing Von Altus House. Exterior wall thickness, hold on, average exterior wall thickness house US. 6 and 10 inches. 6 inches. Okay. Okay, so now we got a little square house. This is working. Hold on, I'm replying to a client. Okay, let's see. Okay. So now let's see. Let me go in here. We got, I know for sure we got a double door. That goes outside. That's a glass slidey door. We got, I know that there's a kitchen island. I'm just going to do like a general. I'm just going to do like a box. This is going to be our kitchen island. Actually, yeah, I'm going to need another door here. Well, let me actually put in... It's weird having written 5 books and I can see exactly what the kitchen looks like in my brain. It's just a matter of like getting the thing to do what I need it to do. Let me actually add a wall back in. Can you not? Can you please just put a wall there? Thank you. Why you do this? Oh, I mean, I guess I could do that too. That works. What does an 8-foot wall look like? Sure! Why the fuck not? There's like a vase or something on it. Oh, right. Okay, so now let's go back into the kitchen. There should also be like a bathroom down here somewhere. I'll figure out where that goes. I think it's probably over here somewhere. Like a guest bath. So we'll figure out where that goes in a second. I'm gonna put the... Nope, I'm not gonna put the dishwasher up against that corner. Actually, I'm full of fucking shit. I actually think that the dishwasher is going here. I do need a sink here. Hello. Amigo, I need you to not. There we go. Double sink. I would like, I think, one more cabinet here. Stove. Fridge. I'm gonna finish this floor and then I'm gonna go back to Drea's work. I got some, or I'm waiting for one more final piece of feedback. Okay, so now island. 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 Oh wait, this is a lower a corner cabinet. Hold on. I need lower corner cabinet. This is what I want. Kitchen island. Question mark? Hello? Sure. But that means that I likely would want... Hello, can I grab the edge of this and, like, line it up with whatever the fuck? Better. Better. Okay, island. Kitchen. Now we need... Let's see, what did she say? Okay, cool. Hi, Patrick! Hey, I'm so glad that you finished Court of Snakes. Thank you so much for doing that, Badrick. I really do appreciate it. I hope you've been doing well and that your exams are going well as well. That sounds very stressful. We're doing interior design for concept art. It's very stressful. Okay, so let's see. I don't really need like a microwave or anything. That level of detail seems silly. We are going to put a round table in here though, because this is definitely a real thing. And it's a perfectly round table. This is where the Von Altises yell at each other a lot. Why would they do this? I'm so glad that you liked it. That makes my heart feel real good. Thank you again for taking the time to read it, even though you were really busy. Like, that really does mean a lot to me. Sure. Why would you do this to me? Why would you paste it right in the middle of this text? Like, there's absolutely... Oh my god. Oh my lord. Yeah, thank you for not pasting it in the middle of the text. Thanks. Crazy. Is this the best software? No. Is it a pretty good software? I would say yes. For a free browser resource, this is actually pretty fucking fantastic. Okay, so we got this. I'm also gonna put... Where's a rug? I'm gonna put a rug... Kind of just a... Big old rug. I might move this. I do need a door. No, that's alright. Thank you so much, Badrick. Feel free to DM me that review when you get it done so that I can showcase it on all of my socials. I really appreciate that so much. Have a good rest of your evening. I'm going to do like a 7-foot... Actually, we're going to do a square rug here. Or like a slightly rectangular rug, like a 3x4 rug. Okay, so now let's get a bathroom in here. Somebody gotta pee. We need somebody to pee, you know what I'm saying? What is the average square footage of a half bath? 18 to 24 square feet. 3x6 or 4x5. Alright, we can do that. This is just a half bath, so I'm not really worried about it. 3x6. Wow. Look at that. Bathroom. I don't know what goes over here, though. It might be, like, pantry storage and stuff. But also, too, this is an open... Or, well, I guess it's not totally open. I need an opening like that. Yeah. Yeah, it's working. Okay, so now let's see. Okay, but we got the door. That's where everybody go pee pee poo poo at. You know, normal shit. Very important. Actually, I'm going to rotate this way. This makes the most sense. The door opens outward, so let me get... Oh, and actually, probably, I'm like... No, I think their washer-dryer is in the basement, actually. Okay, so likely... I think the coat rack is actually underneath the stairs, believe it or not, or like the closet. So I don't really have to worry about that. Do I feel like there's a closet there? I don't. The pantry's gotta be somewhere, though. It actually... I actually may get rid of that, and we're gonna go like this, because that would make the most sense. Or, alternatively, there's gonna be a closet here. Like this. That's actually a fucking pantry here. Just a really big one. That makes sense to me. Now the question is what the hell goes over here? Plant, no, just kidding. Flower? No. A lamp? A... It could just be a relatively large... How wide is a door normally? An average door is about 30 inches. So 3 feet wide. So I don't know why this door was like the widest fucking door of all time. Really weird. So that makes more sense. Average size door. This'll do. This'll do. I'm going to sign in with Google to do this because that makes sense to me. All right. Yes, I would like to continue. Oh, I mean, okay. Brilliant. Okay, so I'm going to leave that alone. Let's bounce back over here. So we're going to do a little bit of line art work. I need to do some leaf branch shit for this armor, and then we'll be in a good spot. So let me get this overall vibe going here for this dragon. I'm gonna just like apply a little bit of... So what I get for drawing species that I don't typically draw. Actually, this could have been much worse, to be quite honest, I think. Way worse. I'm going to go ahead and add on some extra dimension. It is fun to challenge yourself, though. Just saying. Me go ahead and just give him a little bit more, just a touch of eye bag stuff going on. I don't have to go super crazy, but I'm gonna do a little bit. He looks so fucking friendly. Oh my god. This little man looks like he would give really good hugs, actually. This dude is huge. Oh my god. Dragon Tales, Dragon Tales. That's all I gotta say. That's how I feel working on this. Okay, so now I'm going to actually work the ridges on this thing so that way we can get a little bit more depth. Now that we know that this is the right spot. I'm very invested in finishing the floor plan for the Von Altus house now. To be honest, I'm ready. My body is ready. Look at that. Look at this little guy. Not the Dragon Tales flashback. Why you afraid? I didn't watch a lot of Dragon Tales, to be honest. The theme song was catchy as fuck, though. Place I don't know. All I remember is all the dragons fighting with each other all the fucking time. Like nobody could ever agree on anything. They were just all. It was effectively interpersonal communications. The show. How to resolve conflicts when your friends just fucking will not agree with each other 24/7. Okay, so he's got the Lizard ear pockets. Lizard. So he can fucking hear, because that's important. Okay, now it's time to make these things more angular and fun. Yeah, I don't even really remember, like, what the plot was. Hi, ooh, princess. That's such a cute username. Welcome in. Welcome in. How you doing? Let me make sure that this head is still in the right place. Not bad. Ah, that's so sweet. Thank you. I always love seeing people with fun usernames, though. It makes my day. Okay, let me actually get some of these spikies I realize on his, on the other side. There we go. Okay, you know what? For me, having drawn a Dragonborn twice in my life, I actually feel like I am somehow alive. Trans femme here. Well, welcome in. Welcome in. We got a lot of trans masks in here. It's always nice adding another person to the fam. Seeing another fellow trans. Thank you so much for that follow, Sophia. That was very nice. I appreciate you. Welcome, welcome. I'm currently working on a commission for another author who wrote a spicy Dungeons and Dragons book. Apparently it's very fun. I have not read it yet, but it's on my list of things to read. She's such a delight. She's a super nice author. So I'm working on her Dragonborn character, Alcess. I am transmask. I use he, him pronouns. Thank you for asking, though. Sure. You ever just work on plate mail and you just look at it and, like, you don't remember what the hell you drew? So you just kind of... I gotta add on all the leafy designs. The leafus. I do. I play some games. Overwatch is my first love. I play that the most frequently. I'll typically play that and work. But I don't normally like shooters. I'm not normally a huge fan of competitive games because people on the internet are mean and I'm a sensitive baby. But I also do really like The Sims a lot. I've been playing a lot of Assassin's Creed Odyssey lately. I'm trying to get through all the Assassin's Creed games, and Assassin's Creed Odyssey. I technically beat the game. I'm traumatized, actually. It had the most anticlimactic ending of all human time. Not a great game. From a game design standpoint, also not great. So that's been a thing. I've been playing a lot of Tamagotchi Life as well, and Animal Crossing too. I unfortunately don't have a lot of time to play games with others, Sophia. I work like 4 jobs. It's actually kind of awful. But I do appreciate the offer, though. That is very nice. Sometimes I play games on stream, but it's really pretty rare. I hope when I move, things will get slightly better. We will see. But yeah, it's been pretty crazy. Y'all, I just started the new semester at the school, and already I like let a student know that like they have to post to the discussion post. And they're like, well, yeah, no, duh. I just don't have a computer or Photoshop. And I was like, why are you talking to me like that? Also, you need a computer and Photoshop for this class, so I get to do that rodeo again. The beautiful song and dance of, hey, you actually have to have Photoshop to take a Photoshop class? Crazy. Yeah, I just straight don't have time, unfortunately, Sophia. That's really just the nature of it. When I say I work 4 jobs, I really do mean it. It's very rare for me to actually, like this weekend was the first weekend in a hot second that I actually had time to play games, which is pretty crazy. Normally that doesn't happen often, so I take the seconds that I have when I can. But yeah, I'm like, I don't know why these kids sign up for art school and then don't buy the right equipment, y'all. I don't know how I'm supposed to cope. Like what do I do? So now I get to email the student advisor and be like, hey, we got another semester with kids with no tablet again, and then just kind of just deal, I guess, question mark. Hey, yeah, they're not prepared to get. Yeah, it's crazy. I don't know, cause like I understand equipment is expensive, but also too, you do gotta like, you know, if the school says you have to buy stuff, it's just like if you were buying textbooks. You know, you gotta buy the textbooks. I don't know. I just work at the school. What software are you using? This looks fun. This is Adobe Photoshop. I'm an animation teacher, and I teach predominantly like concept art classes. So this is my fave software. Also, everybody should hydrate. Don't forget to drink water. Don't be crispy like me. I'm over here drinking an Alani cherry slush. How do you do this with the lines? I'm currently using a drawing tablet. I'll show you what I got going on. This is my drawing tablet here. So this is what I draw on, and it comes with a stylus pen, and I'm able to draw on the surface here, and it translates into the computer. So it's pretty similar to using like a stylus on like an iPad, for example. But this goes directly to the computer instead. It makes drawing definitely way, way easier. Some people have like drawing monitors and stuff. I don't necessarily like using those, so I use just my tablet instead. This is one hell of a character. That's all I gotta say. It's alright. No, yeah, no. This software is for producing stuff from like the ground up, if that makes sense. You can, of course, download. There are plenty of fun apps that actually do come with like effectively like coloring book stuff where you can like download and draw that way. But the way that I do my work is, since I'm working on this custom drawing for another person, the first thing that I start with is the drawing underneath, like the sketch drawing. And then I did this sketch for them. Well, actually, this was the first one. This sketch. Then they give me some feedback, and then I tweak it. And then now I'm doing the liner. Maybe ChatGPT can make it. I don't use ChatGPT at all. Unfortunately, there's a lot of ethical issues with using ChatGPT. It can be fun for doing fun drawings for just your own personal work, but you cannot sell any work made by ChatGPT. So I don't allow any of my students at the college to use it. I don't use it myself. There's a lot of no reasons to not use ChatGPT. It also is not very good at making specific things. You can use it to make references if you're having other people draw work for you, but how do you know if someone used AI? I've been doing this for a really long time, so typically when my students submit AI, I can see it. It's very, very, very obvious what is AI and what is their work. Oftentimes the assignments won't meet the assignment requirements. Also, ChatGPT is really bad at composition, at lighting. It's bad at anatomy. It often will put random objects in places that they don't normally go. Architecture will be broken. There are a lot of pretty obvious tells that it's ChatGPT. I don't use any AI checkers or anything, but most of the time too, the AI generators will steal other people's artwork, and so the image will look a lot like someone else's art or an already existing character. And so as soon as that happens, effectively I'm able to just spot it with my eyes. Also, too, each art generator model has a very specific look. Like ChatGPT will make things very yellow, for example. It may do that less now. They just updated their model, so now I gotta kind of keep my eyes on it and make sure that people are not doing that. But I teach at a school specifically designed to teach people how to draw, not how to use ChatGPT. So the focus is on being able to do things by hand and by eye so you can be more accurate the first time, if that makes sense. Hello? Am I getting a phone call? What is happening? Or is this an Amber Alert? Oh, hold on. I'm getting a phone call from somebody paging in 1 second. Cool. It was a guy delivering a package. He couldn't get in. That's the first time that in the 2 years that I've been living here that somebody actually used the call the person button at the pager. Most of the time they just throw the package on the ground outside. So that's pretty good. Yeah, I want to learn what you're doing, but not the whole drawing. I'm bad at that. Oh, yeah, just practice. Yeah, I 100% agree with Cal. I used to not be very good. I've been doing this for, gosh. I've been a professional for 10 years. And then before that, I was going to school. So my art from when I was in middle school, for example, looked like this. This was some of the first stuff that I ever did drawing. I was not very good. So it definitely took a very long time. But yeah, if you definitely want to do line art and stuff, there are plenty of drawing apps that you can actually get for your phone as well. I believe Krita is free. That's for the phone. And you can use it. Or Ibis Paint, that's another one that I know a lot of people use that are free. And you can practice doing this kind of stuff with just your phone. You don't need any special equipment or drawing tools or things like that. So that's a good way to practice if you don't have the software. Oh yeah, totally. Yeah, the software Ibis Paint is one of them. So that's one, and Krita is another one. And I think both of those are free. And you can use them on computer or phone. Hi, Lava. How's it going? How you doing? Okay, so let me redo some of this decor on this armor here. Give him a little spiky on the brow. Okay, all right. We're adding spikies. We're adding some spikies. I like these, though. Actually, you know what? I agree. I think that Drea was right. Now I just gotta mirror this like this on the other side. Whoops. Nice, making some foods. that sounds pretty good. I hope you enjoy your foods. I'm doing okay. Just chugging along on this commission. It's been really fun. It's been super challenging drawing a Dragonborn, so at least that's been kind of a blast. Somebody just delivered a package, so I got to go down there and figure out where they put it. Which means I unfortunately need to get Real People clothes on after stream and go do that. Oh, gotcha. Krita isn't available in my region. I see. Yeah, Ibis is pretty cool. I've never used it, but I do know a lot of people who draw with Ibis. It's definitely a fun way to get into digital art. Okay, so I think she said he needs leaf and branch and occasional flower details. So let me actually go this direction instead. So we have this as this thing. And then let's do a branch like this. It's been a minute since I've drawn a tree. I'm like, what does a tree even look like, actually? You ever do that where you're like, I suddenly forget what nature is? I'm like, I don't know. I have no idea. I'm just a guy. A tree looks like what, Chungus? You're right. You're right. How you doing? I feel like I have to tell myself that. I'm like, I don't know. I suddenly delete all memory of what stuff looks like out of my brain. I'm like, I've never seen a tree before in my life. Never at all. Okay, but this is actually looking pretty good. Now, the only problem is I'm going to have to do this again on the other side, which is going to hikey kind of suck, but that's all right. Boop. I kind of wish that this was not even, like his armor was asymmetrical, but unfortunately that ain't the case, so that's all right. Sure. Yeah, sure. All right. I'm gonna have to do a lot of like line work. I'm gonna send Drea the rough line work before I do any kind of line work enhancements on it, because I don't want to get to a point where I'm like, here's all of this, the juicy line art stuff, and then like she ends up wanting to change it. So I'm gonna go from there like that, I think, and that's okay. That'll be like a lotus or something, I think. It looks like leaves, but I beat Pantheon 3 in Hollow Knight, got up to Pure Vessel in Pantheon 4. I do not know how Hollow Knight works, but I recognize it looks like it's quite hard. It looks like an intense, definitely skill-based game. So mad respect on that one. Here we go. Okay, could be worse. Alright, so this is going to be less bad, I think. I want to make arts today. Yeah, hopefully you don't have too much homework. I was literally complaining about how I have more students. I had this student lava. I don't know what to do with these students. I swear to God. This student, they didn't post the week 1 critique post, only posted 2 replies. So I gave them partial credit for it. And their responses to other students weren't even that good. Like, it was hikey kind of bad. So they only got partial credit. And I was like, hey, so you need to remember to make your first initial post because that's going to be most of your grade. So be sure to do that next week. Then the person replies with, oh, well, yeah, duh, of course I have to make discussion post, but I don't have Photoshop or computers, so. And I was like, okay. So now I get to email their student advisor and be like, one, this person was low-key disrespectful, and then two, they don't have Photoshop or a computer, so I'm not really sure how they're supposed to do this. But like, I don't know what I do. I don't know what I do to these students to make them angry. Because I'm always super respectful. I try to be as nice as possible because I realize like people may have just missed the deadline. I don't know, Cal. Like, I've had some of the most disrespectful students of all time these last couple of semesters, and I'm so tired of it. I'm just like, can I get some classes with some like normal students again? I remember those days when I had the normal classes. It'd be pretty sick if we could just go back to that. Oh, nice. I always also beat Cuphead and its DLC. That's intense. I'm not normal. Yeah, literally, Lava, you are the exception. No joke. You are like the elite, like top 5%. I wish that was not the case, but oh my god. It is true. But yeah, that sounds awesome, Chungus. Cuphead also looks super, super hard. I'm also not very good at bullet hells either. I get stressed out. It's a beautiful game, though. I love the art style. Okay, let me see. I don't have any idea what that person just delivered to me. I didn't get an email. Okay, let's see. Welcome back, Carrix. Not much. Mostly I had to let this delivery man in. I don't know. I'm not getting a notification that he put my package in a parcel locker, so I'm assuming he probably just chucked it on the ground, which is, you know, it could be worse. But that means I got to go downstairs and figure out what it was. It was like kind of a large envelope, so I'm like, I don't know what this is. I don't know what you gave me. I actually need to go like this. I realize over on this side if I'm gonna make that particular line like that. I hadn't played this since 2023, and somehow I remembered most of the boss attack patterns. That's pretty good. Yeah, not much is going on, though. Slowly working on trying to get this pattern on this armor to line up, because that's going to be the most important thing here. But I'm very happy with how this Dragonborn is coming out so far. I think he looks good. Okay, so I'm actually going to swap this, and it looks like I gotta, like, yikes forever. Actually, what if I... Okay, this is gonna seem really cheap. But let's see if I can get this to do what I need it to do. I'm gonna probably have to draw over top of this again. But that's okay. Oh, yeah, that's valid, though. I defo need to clean... I cleaned my bathroom recently, which was good. But we're still kind of in the middle of packing, so I probably should do more of that at some point as well. Actually, let me flip this like this. Nice. Look at all y'all being so accomplished. I'm so nasty. I'm very, I always forget to clean. I'm not like super, super gross, but definitely occasionally I'll wake up and I'm like, today's the day. Everywhere I go, here if I crash and burn, 'cause I can duck and weave 1,000 punches. All right. Leaf. Leaf. You know, not bad. That could have been significantly worse. Oh yeah, nice. We gave my cat a bath once, and he did okay actually. He was not very upset about being put in the bath. Occasionally he'll jump into the bathtub. He actually low-key kind of enjoys it, which is very weird. That's funny to me. See, I'm actually going to turn this into another branch as well. So this was like, I was originally kind of going with like wave patterns and then decided that I didn't want to do that. So we're going to go with this instead. That's funny though. He's like, if the blow dryer comes near me, I will kill it. Immediately turns into the rabbit from Monty Python. Yeah, not bad. Not bad. Oh my god, your cat got syrup on him. No! You're like, bro, I'm trying to help you. He just hates it. He's like, the sound of this enrages me. Okay, but this is actually pretty sick. Not gonna lie. I'm kind of cooking with this. Okay. I'm gonna have to go down into the downstairs space to go and find my package after this. I'm sad because I was really hoping that I was going to be able to finish the Brady house, but I think I'll get to it probably later today, and that'll be okay. And that'll be an easy way for me to finish another page in my portfolio. I gotta update fucking LinkedIn. I don't know. Yeah, that's a lava. I'm so confused because I'm like, well, I'm like, okay, and this is my concern. This is my concern. We are told that we are supposed to leave at least a paragraph of feedback for each student, right? And so even like there are definitely instances in which I run into things where I'm like, man, this student absolutely just nailed the assignment. Like there's one student's work recently that got added to the digital painting for film and games course for the release study assignment that was literally so good. It's like studio grade quality artwork. There was literally nothing that I could say to that student that would make that piece better. Like the best advice that I had was like, here's some you know, maybe some accuracy things to look at. But at the end of the day, what I ended up giving to that student was feedback on how to translate that into the film or the game industry. It's like, okay, so you have these great observational skills and you're really good at painting textures and materials. So here's all of the industry jobs that you could potentially focus on to utilize these specific skills in the field. So if you like doing things like this, these are the positions. Let me know if you have any questions. The student ended up emailing me later and being like, okay, hey, you were talking about this for my portfolio. What are these jobs like? Can you tell me more? You know, so like, even if I can't provide feedback about the specific piece, I'm always going to be like, hey, here's some industry relevant stuff that you might want to know, since this was a huge strength of yours, obviously. So for a teacher to just be like, I like it, and then that's the feedback, or like, add 2 more drawings. Okay. Oh, okay. Now what? You know what I mean? Like, that's wild. So, like, if you notice that more from this teacher, no joke, I'm, like, so petty at this point. I'd be like, just email the head of animation. If you need her email, let me know. Because it's like, that person should not be collecting a paycheck if they're just, like, not fucking doing anything. Honestly, you got a great eye for color, though, Lava. You do. For real, for real. The fun part about college, guys, is that when you're done with classes, you can be friends with your teachers if you want. This is the reality. Little did you know we have that freedom. Crazy. Yeah, so I don't know. This semester is off to a weird start so far. My submission rate for discussions, critique discussions, was less than 50%. So I have 20 students in the class. That means 10 students committed, or submitted the assignment and actually finished it. So I'm low-key nervous. Oh, actually, I realize I have on the knuckle, I don't know why I didn't carry this over. I have on the knuckle another diamond shape. I don't know why I didn't carry that through to this particular side of the hand. That's okay, I'm glad I noticed that. So let me add this back in, I don't know why. And it'll look nice, I'm sure it'll be fine. Yeah, that's weird. Lava, why? Like, I have so many questions. Well, and it's starting to make me think, too, that, like, there's a reason people don't know that the announcement section exists, because I don't know how many teachers are actually using it. You know what I mean? I'm like, what is going on? I'm so confused. Like, I don't know, man. I do, part of me does kind of wish that I didn't hate working at the REMCAD campus. I got some issues with that general area over there, and it's predominantly that it's just not safe for trans folks over there. Like a trans person was murdered, not close to the school, but in the same city, and then effectively the police did absolutely nothing to investigate the death, and it's still like a year and a half later, and they still have done jack shit. So, like, I remember, unfortunately, the last time I was at the school was during Donnie J round 1, and Nazis had defaced the school with anti-Semitic graffiti. Like, it was really bad. And so my thought is, it's like, I don't want to teach on campus over there if that's the area. Otherwise, I would have taken the full-time teaching position, and then we ended up moving to Canada anyway, and I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna go. Never mind. Bye, Mopamanea. It's great seeing you as always. Have a good rest of your day. We'll see you later. I just wish that they would give certain adjuncts that, like, massively over or outperform raises. Because, like, I think about my teacher, Shabazz, and how he left. Now, granted, he went to go work at Disney Imagineering, like the park, Disney parks stuff, as an animator. So I know that, like, wherever he went, he deserves that way more than whatever the teaching salary was. But, like, they should give, like, stellar adjuncts raises. You know, I don't know why it's the policy of the school, of all schools, really, and this is true for most colleges, to effectively never give their adjuncts any raises. And I'm like, if you gave your adjuncts the same amounts of raises as your full-time faculty, they'd probably stick around, or you'd have higher quality teachers, and you wouldn't run into these issues that much. Like, I recognize that because I'm fast, I make kind of like an above average, like, hourly wage based on the overall pay for the class, but, like, some people just aren't that fast, so then all of a sudden you're, like, getting paid as much as a Qdoba manager, and it's like, why am I here? Oh Oh yeah, totally. Yeah, I'll definitely take a look at them. Yeah, I would be glad to give him a critique. I'll take a look at him later for sure. I do not have expertise in storyboarding, but I hope to. I'm going to try really hard to finish this storyboarding portfolio, even if it's while I'm in Canada. And I'm going to just keep applying to storyboarding positions because I think that that's where it's going to be at for me. And we'll see kind of where it goes. Let's see, hold on. I need to kind of mimic the other gauntlet there. Okay. All right. Not bad. Looking pretty good. So now let me save this out as the third whip for this person. To be honest, I might like stream for longer. Right, I'm confused how she graded 2 storyboards in less than 2 minutes. No, that's insane. Oh, everybody sit up straight, though. Yeah, Wild. I'm looking at what you submitted for sure. Yeah, I'll have some better feedback for you, probably. I'm seeing a lot of good stuff, and it may just be that she is shell-shocked, because, like, again, we understand what the average quality of a REMCAD student submission is, so it sucks, because what I think ends up happening is that the students who are better than the average undergraduate student ends up getting effectively non-existent feedback, because the teachers are like, oh, that's good, and then they don't do anything more. It's like, as soon as that happens, for me, I'm like, okay, I'm going to start grading this person like they're a graduate student and give more detailed feedback, you know? Also, everybody should hydrate and stretch. We got a self-care combo. My back cracked. That was necessary. Thank you, Carix. I appreciate you. Okay, so let me give this back to Drea. I am Speed. I'm gonna play around with the rest of the Brady house, though. I don't have, like, nearly as much work. Let me see what I got going on today. I do have to grade today, though. I don't have nearly as much work as I used to. Don't shrimp too much. Shrimp is love, shrimp is life. Well, I did get 1 floor of this done. So what I'll probably do... Can I share this? Oh my god, what do you mean 3D? Hold on, what do you mean? What? What? Y'all. That's crazy. What? Crazy. Okay, well that's insane. I'm going to turn the 3D view off because actually I'm realizing I would like this to be like a double wide fireplace here actually. So we're going to do that and then we're going to move the sofa over. Wow. Wow. Crazy. Look at that. Nuts. Okay, so this is officially the best website I've ever used. My god. That's crazy. Hi Gamby. This is floorplancreator.net. I was using it to start on my floor plan and isometric drawings for my portfolio, and I saw the 3D button and just like freaked out. Yeah, I'll share the link again, but it's floorplancreator.net. Free plan for that website only allows for 1 project. Good to know. Well, like, with features like this, that's insane. And, like, you can honestly just export the stuff that you need for concept work and then go for it. But like, yeah, that's pretty crazy. I do love it though. It's wild. I wish we would have picked the scenes to make our storyboard for. Oh yeah, I want to draw Raja for Aladdin. No, for sure. Well, especially because it's like there are like the Jasmine garden scene with the bird cage is a really great one to storyboard as well. Honestly, I'm just gonna finish drawing. I'm gonna finish doing the second floor. I don't even care. Okay, so now this is so cool. All right. I have the ability to go and do other stuff, but I am lazy and I want to hang out and do this. But how you doing, Gammy? Hopefully good. I actually don't technically need a landing. Why would you do this to me? This is the most essential room here. We're gonna flip this around like this. I wish that you would, yeah, rotate. That's wild. So now this is where this gets kind of interesting. So I'm gonna line this up as best as I can with the center. Now, interestingly, I'm going to actually bring this out like this, I think. Yeah. All right. So, effectively, I'm going to drag this over here. And we have a Jack and Jill. Oh, actually, hold on. This actually needs to be like this because that's where the stairs come up and then there's the landing here. So I'm going to start with Oh, nice though. That's so awesome though. That skull sight was so useful. For real. Really, really good sight. I gotta try and figure out what I want to do here. Let's see, average square footage of a Jack and Jill bathroom. 110 square feet, give or take. So to make it 110, that makes that about this. So I'm going to have to change potentially the idea of the bedroom or the upper floor itself, which is not a bad thing. And that's okay. It's just a matter of figuring out what I'm doing with my life here. I think I know what I'm doing. Because that's fine. I have a feeling that this bathroom is going to be too large. And what I also need to do as well. Whoops. Why? Let me just go in here like this. Not like that. Son of a gun! Let me move this over here really quick. What I need is not that. what I need is, I guess I'm going to draw the wall. Why? Okay, there's some flaws. There are some fatal flaws with this software, y'all. Okay, not bad. Now let me go view this in 3D and see if it has any issues. No, we're okay. It looks low-key, kind of silly, but... Oh, and you can, like, turn off floors and stuff. Interesting. Okay. All right, well, that'll do. We'll go from there. Okay. Let me see. Interesting. Trying to make this go is difficult. Okay, so now let's drag another row. 150, let's do like 150 square feet. This is so if it's, I'm gonna go like this, maybe like 125. Not quite, it's still too wide. I just don't want to stick a Brady in the room hell of all room hells, you know what I'm saying? I would like for him to live. This just works differently than it did in my mind is all, and that's okay. I would really like, well, maybe not. Okay, let's see. Because this is fine. I'm trying to figure out how this is going to work. So that way, this may be a situation where I just kind of have to like, I'm like, hello, can you draw a wall here? Can you have, well, I actually might have to put like a little, well, fascinating. You know, I thought I wanted a U-shaped room. Well, but I need like the little hole. I need the stair hole. Because that's going to be silly. Let me see. I'm just going to go ahead and start with... Oh, yeah, because otherwise this will be... too small. Let's see. I'm going to do a corner shower. Unfortunately, the kids, I think, are just going to have to deal. And that's sometimes just the way that it goes. Where is... Hold on. Where is the pee place? That's all I gotta say is just where is the pee place? I think this is just ever so slightly too wide. I need them to be the same size. You know what? I'm gonna do like a 4. Get in there. There we go. There we go. The PP zone. Yes, exactly. I just don't foresee there being a window in here. Does that make sense? This is also a hella wide bathroom. I think that all in all, these kids don't have nearly that wide of a bathroom here, and that's just kind of the way that it goes. So I'm gonna go ahead and bring in this like this. This one gets to go like that. Okay, so now let me get some fucking windows going here. I'm trying to think of how B's room is situated, because this changes the way that the doors work in the concept art, which is fine. It just means that his closet is actually going to be in a different spot. Totally okay. So we got the closet. Let me get the door. And then we need like a dresser or something, because this was in the concept art. At least I can understand his I don't know how Brady ended up on this other side. I realize, actually, I might be a fool. And what I need to do is I need to put Dimitri over here. And that's fine. So let me grab this. We're going to put this over here. Okay, let's see. We need... Big boy bed goes in the corner. And then we need a desk. Yeah, see, I'm thinking that this bathroom is actually just going to be too... Let me do like 100 and let me just do 130 feet, square feet. This will make sense. Okay. So, unfortunately, they do get a teenier bathroom, but this is a Victorian house, so it's just kind of one of those things where it's like the overall size of the room ain't that big. He's got 2 monitors. Boop. Boop. He's got a mouse. So I effectively, in my other concept art, just need to control T and flip horizontal the entire illustration. So that way it has the correct thing going on here. This desk is fucking enormous. But maybe not that large. I might be low-key kind of cray-cray. Yeah, I mean, that looks okay. That looks fine. Sure. And then for Brady's room, he does not. He also, I'm assuming, puts the thing in the corner. He doesn't really have... I'm assuming that these are mirrored as well. He doesn't really have a lot of stuff, I don't think. But I do think that he has a little desk so that he can do his school stuff. But I think it's a smaller desk. It's like a 4-foot desk instead. And it may be instead over here. We like being able to do school. And, you know, I actually also think, too, that Brady probably doesn't have a a full-size bed either. I imagine that he's rocking a twin. Which may mean that his bed looks like more like this. Makes sense. Okay, so this makes sense in my brain. The tricky part is that I need to think about where in the hell the other stuff goes. All right. Also, as well, I need to draw this. Why you do this to me? Yeah, thank you. I really just need this to do what I needed to do. There we go. Okay. This is surprisingly difficult. Yeah, not bad. Now I recognize there are also, I realize I need windows down here because there are no fucking windows. That's the fridge. This makes sense. And we need a window in the, well, actually there is no window in that portion of the house. I'm full of lies. I'm gonna put a window probably over here as well. Okay, better. Better! Let me see here. Because I need to get, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what's happening. Hello, can I, why you do this to me? You absolute freak? Alright. No, the cycle alone. Written on the wall. Okay, alright. Let's throw this bad boy in here. Okay, I'm recognizing actually, I think I know what I need to do here. I understand what must be done. Oh, somehow this ended up being fucking weird. What is happening here on the ground? What is happening? There we go, better. Okay, that was weird. I'm not an interior designer! That's all that I'm learning. Trying to figure out where to I don't think I'm gonna do this. Okay, I think this is happening. Also, I love how there's no fucking walls there. I don't know what the hell happened here. I love how it just deleted. It was like I'm good. Hello, can we what? Why do you no do this? I would really love that. Thank you. Okay, not bad. I wish this was slightly wider, and as much as I don't want to move this thing over, I really would only like just this portion. Can I do just this part? No, you're not gonna let me. Why are you like this? Can I do just this? Can I do just this? Hi, Badgerick. Welcome back. I am suffering. Why? That's not what I said. Let me draw the wall. Oh my god. It's like, would you like the ugliest wall of all time? Oh my god. Why you do this? Let me put wall here. Why? Now why can't I delete just this part? Hello? Okay, alright. Fine. 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 Why would you also take away the wall over there? This software is good, but it's not foolproof. Can I please put the wall back? Can I please? Why did you take the wall from me? Thank you. Okay. Oh, thank you so much, Badrick. I really appreciate that. You are amazing. I appreciate you so much. It really does help. Would you like your review for the books featured on the Backer Kit campaign? Why are you fucking enormous? Hello? What a time to be alive. Do we not get a window? Is this not an exterior wall? That's fine. Oh yeah, I was wondering if you wanted to have your book featured on the backer kit campaign for the second book. I would be glad to feature your review. Because you're cool. Okay, let me just kind of flip this around here. I don't even have any idea. Oh, these kids also don't have a, they don't have a sink. They kind of need one. I'm okay. Cool, awesome. I will go ahead and update that soon. Victorian houses are very tiny. The fact that they have this much room in here is actually pretty insane. I'm not gonna lie. It would be pretty insane, actually, if I was able to fit the fireplace in here as well. I think I should be able to do that. There we go. So then that way they can have a fireplace in here too. I'm gonna put a double door here. Let me see. Yeah, thank you again. Let me know if you want to DM me. Let me know what you'd like for your reward commissions for the your review rewards, because you get 2 of them. So let me know if there's any of your OCs that you'd want me to do a sketch of, or a character from the book that you like that you'd want some art of. Any of that is totally okay. Sure. I'll put a light there. We got a lamp. Let me do a lamp. It's lunchtime. Yes, yeah, just as a reminder to everyone, I actually do review rewards for all people who hang out in the stream who review my books. Everyone gets a line art portrait commission of any characters. So if you have your OCs, or if you have any characters that you like, you get a review reward for reviewing any of my works. So be sure to monopolize on that. It's a little bit crispy. I'm not gonna. That's a little bit extra. Okay, I think I'm gonna put a ladder. That barely hits clearance. But I don't hate it as well. What does the ladder look like here? I suppose that makes sense, actually. That's where you get into the attic, just in case anybody's wondering. Let's see, now... trying to visualize this space. Visualize. Oh, nice. Yeah, cool. Feel free if you have reference images, of course, of any artist that you like, or things like that. I would be very glad to draw any of your characters for sure. Sure. Liz has bookcases. I don't know. I'm just kind of going rogue at this point. I'm going rogue. I'm kind of just going for it. I'm not gonna lie. Not gonna lie. Oh, pretty good. I've been a little busy just because of getting ready to move and all of that stuff, but honestly, things could be significantly more crazy than they are, which is, you know, always a good thing. I'm mostly just very tired, but that's all right. Been getting ready for this Kickstarter launch, which has been crazy. Totally nuts. We are already 30% funded on the backer kit, which is crazy. It hasn't even launched yet, so there have been some people who did some early pledges, which has been great. So if anybody wants to do that, just as a reminder, by the way, let me know and I can send you the special link for that. But that thing does launch on the 28th of this month. I'm assuming she's got, like, shelves. I don't know, man. I'm just going rogue here at this point. Okay, all right, but this is looking pretty good. It wants me to log in again for whatever reason. Are you gonna let me sign in? Okay, it has no idea what's going on. That's fine. I don't care as long as I have... Okay, we're looking good, though. I feel like... this door needs to be a double door, actually, as much as I didn't think that that was the case. I think that also, too... Hello? Amigo? Going to actually make this a wide-ass window. Okay, let's look at it. I don't hate it. Oh, but I'm gonna maybe try and match the window on the top floor. I'm just gonna go ahead and do the whole gambit here, so that way they're the same size. Oh, but it ain't. Why? Why? Oh, is it because it's that? Better. Alright, so now everything is like the same size. We don't talk about how the front of the house is kind of jank, but... And I feel like there needs to be more windows here. This is just kind of like a weird non-standard thing here. Everybody should stretch, hydrate, posture check. We got a self-care combo. We did it. Oh, I cracked my back again. That's some good stuff. Let's see. I'm not gonna put a... I think we're okay. I'm like looking at logistically at the outside of this house. I recognize Victorian homes were not necessarily super well known for their amazing window situation. Okay. All right, we're gonna go with. I don't know what void is. I don't know what void means. Wimbo. Well, like, what does this mean? Like, what happens if I put void here? You know what I'm saying? What is this? What happens if I do this? What happens? It does nothing. Also, why the hell is this weird in the back? What is going on the first floor here? Sad. Sad day. Sad. We will shrink all of this. This is where things in this house start to get really tight. I gotta make sure that the house is actually the right stuff. Oh my lord. Okay, there we go. We're alright. Okay. This is reminding me of when I tried to make a British house on The Sims and realized how different American and English houses are. It is true. Yeah, this is definitely, this would be a Victorian home in the US. So they were built very similarly. But yeah, like English row houses, for example, we don't really do those here. We do some of those on like the East Coast, but do we have like... Do we have ceiling? Can I turn on ceiling? Can I turn on? I've got balcony. Interesting. Sure, let's put balcony. Oh, that's not a balcony. I understand what the balcony button does. So let's put this out here. Sure, this can be balcony. We like balcony. Balcony, cool. Balcony. So now if I do 3D, what does this look like? What is this? What is this? Well, it looks like poopy. Fascinating. Bye, Badrick. It was good seeing you. We'll see you later. Have a good rest of your day. So I'm not gonna worry about this. And I actually think that this thing is maybe, as silly as this is, I wish that I could add just an attic space and it wouldn't fuck with the outside of the house. But I think that that's okay. I'm gonna get rid of this void space. I don't need it. Let me go general, wherever the hell the ladder is. It's like here ish. He's fine. I'm like, Rolo doesn't need basic amenities. He's fine. He's got like a fucking bachelor pad. up in the attic up here. Actually, I feel like the best way to do this would be to do this question mark. Amazing. Sure. Sure. I'm not saying it's the most glamorous thing ever. It could be worse. It could be worse. Okay, so now I'm gonna need finally one more floor. Wait. Can I add a basement? Oh wait, I can go down. We're gonna rename this thing. Rename, we're gonna basement. And then I guess I'm not really gonna worry. Well, oh no, I'm gonna fucking super need it later. Okay, so I need to put it in the corner. I have no idea. I'm gonna need the 3D space. Oh, wait a second. Can I clone this? Oh my god, I can. Thank God. Alright, so now there's weird stairs, and it goes down effectively kind of in the middle. Oh, except I'm gonna need to move this whole thing kind of down into the corner. Why you no move? Why? Okay, hold on. We're gonna do this in the smartest way humanly possible. This is how this is gonna work. Watch this. We're gonna take this. We're gonna clone this to the basement. And then we're going to... Actually, here's what we're gonna do. Better idea. I need this to be in the right spot. So actually, we're gonna take this whole bedroom. We're gonna move it. We're gonna copy. We're gonna paste. We're gonna put this thing exactly... Hold on. We're moving you out of the way. Sorry, Buckaroo. Sorry, bro. You gotta move for a second. We're gonna move you about here-ish. And we're gonna go clone, basement, go. So now, theoretically, if I go up to the ground floor... I'm in the wrong spot. Okay, so this needs to move like there. Okay, now, clone, basement, okay. Now, if I go up to the ground floor, it's in the exact right fucking spot. I'm a genius. Alright. So now let me get this back to where it's supposed to go. I don't know why I made this second thing, but this is better. So now, let's go to the basement. And we're going to get rid of all this stuff. Goodbye. Goodbye. No. Goodbye. 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 All right. So now I need stairs. That's going to go like that, and it deposits down here. So now we need office. We're going to do a desk. I need, like, a small room as well. We're going to do this, like, really tiny-ass room. Really teeny-weeny room. Teeny-weeny room? Oh, that don't work none. I don't know why I thought that that was going to be a good idea. I am a fool. Okay, we're actually going to do this. We're going to do, like, this. That goes in here. So this is... I'm going to also need another room here. Hold on. I got it. I got it figured out. I got it figured. We're all right. We're going to delete this. Get out of here. Well, actually... Hold on. Just kidding. I'm actually full of lies. Full of lies. We're gonna put this... I'm trying to figure out where everything goes down here. This is like their entertainment room down here. And that's okay. Can I do like a 10-foot room? Sure. And I'm gonna get rid of this wall, because then that goes down there. Okay, we're making it happen. Okay, now I need like a little, creepy boiler room thing. This is where Grandma lives, in the closet. Well, actually, I need two. I need a creepy closet, and I need a weird boiler room thing. Actually, let me do like an L-shaped room. We're gonna rotate it. What does that look like in here? Could be worse. I don't know why I would do this like this. Sometimes I wonder about myself. Gam Gam lives in the basement so that she's closer to hell. Exactly. And so she can do all of her freaky shit down there and nobody knows. Okay, because I need the washer and dryer to go somewhere. And the water heater. This is where the water heater lives. This is where the washing machine lives. And where the dryer lives. So actually... we're okay. We don't need that much space. This is a hell of a lot of space. We're all right. We don't need that shit. That's so extra. It's all right. We can go like that. I'm gonna... Does Grandma deserve a freaky fucking floor drain? Well, also, too, I can't forget the most important thing, which is that fucking Joseph has to live somewhere. I do feel kind of bad, guys. The more you think about this, the more fucked up it gets. Because this is Joseph's living situation in here, by the way, just in case anybody was concerned. Just in case anybody was worried about Joseph. Because this is it. Okay, I actually need a door. This is very messed up. It's fine. He's fine. Rip Joseph, guys. I can't imagine being in like fairy servitude for several decades and not having any idea where you are. And then you just have to kind of deal. You know what I'm saying? You just kind of have to live in the literal laundry room in the basement. It's cool. Grand's evil. It's, yep. Yep. Bad lady. Evil lady. Bad. She is in the Jumanji box in the woods. Although I don't suspect that that would last long. I don't think that that would be a situation. That would be a long situation. I think that somebody would very quickly release her from the Jumanji box. I don't think she'd be in there for very long. Which is really horrible to think about. I wonder if Baris is like a corner desk kind of a guy. Like, is he like a corner desk kind of a guy? I feel like this is aesthetically more pleasing. I think so. I think that this is kind of fun. It could be worse. Sure. Okay, but also, how the hell did that happen? Amigo, go back to where you're supposed to. Okay. For whatever reason, that feels very large. I like how this is like a sectional. Okay, let me get a TV on the wall here. It will be Lorg TV. I'm assuming he also has a stereo in there. Sure. All right, so now hilariously, what is going on here with this? Hold on. Now we get to see the weird basement, just in case anybody was wondering. It looks like that. Oh, nice. And then the stairs actually connect. What is going on here? I am going to put a freaky little, hold on, let me put like a little, there needs to be a door here, otherwise you can't get up into the, hello, can we? I wish that I could flip this, but apparently I cannot. There we go, and now you can actually like get up into the into the second floor. You know, good shit. We need to be able to go upstairs. And then the ladder. Oh, I guess I don't need a ladder in this as well. We assume it goes up. Hello? I deleted the... Oh, that was the wrong layer. We can get rid of this ladder. Goodbye. We can assume it has a hole. What does void do? What does it do? What does it do? Oh, it puts just an actual fucking hole in there. I mean... I don't think we need it. Okay, so this is good enough. This is good enough. So I'm gonna call this, and I'm going to probably save out all of the structures. Can I? Oh, what is, hold on. Average height in feet attic. What is it? It's 7 feet. So I actually can bring this down to that. So then what happens if I look at it in 3D now? Now it's just kind of shorter. It's not like a 9 foot. Yeah. That makes sense. It's a little bit more squat. Can I wonder if I can visibility. I can turn off lower floor outline. All right, so now if I were to share this as a PDF document, your subscription plan does not include this format. That's fine. Can't print. Okay, so can I do just JPEGs? Oh, low res exports, okay. So now let me go over here, and we're going to go into the house isometric and blueprint. And I'm going to go into my downloads. I'm just kind of curious to see what this looks like. Oh, actually, this ain't bad at all. Oh, for a quote, low res image, it's actually quite high res, all things considered. So let me get all of these in here. And actually, that was a relatively productive experience here. I might actually need this. I'm trying to figure out the best way to... Because I definitely do not want... I'm going to go like this. And then we're going to go like... This will make sense. Everything will be fine. All in all, this was a good experiment for about 5 seconds in order to make this as quickly as humanly possible. So I am pretty pleased that I didn't have to do this manually, because that would have really fucking sucked. So now let me go not click Nightshade. Don't need that. So actually, I'm going to go ahead and make this a little bit larger. And then we're gonna go second floor. I'm gonna shrink this down. Well, I actually need this to be kind of relative. So that way I can label these properly. So I'll put in brief labels. Maybe like this, and then this one can go down like this. Sure, why not? So I'm going to group all of this together. This can be blueprints. And then we're going to say this is Von Altus house floor plans. And then I'm going to make a new layer. And we're going to just kind of this is, I guess, first floor is this one. I'm going to do like a little line. This one is ground floor. Actually, there's gonna have to be, there's got to be a better way. I think I'm actually gonna need to put this thing over here like this. We're gonna do first floor up a little bit, just so that way it's not like so crowded. And then the basement is gonna go up here. So that way I can have ground floor is going to be labeled here. And then we're going to have another one. We're going to have attic. And then we're going to have basement. Look at that. All right, so now let's get some nice like lines and labeling here. Hello, where is my mouse? There it is. I was like, what is happening right now? First floor, ground floor, attic, move this over a little bit. We have basement. I'm doing it. Oh my God, basement. And then I'm going to put a little bit of text here just as an explainer. I'm going to go like 12-point font. Von Altus house is an old Victorian that was built on land that Gran owned since the original plot was purchased in the 1770s. The house wasn't added until hundreds let's do 70 years. 70 years later. Main body of the house consists of 2 floors, an attic, Rola's room, and a basement. Reese's office, and let's see, Grand's room and the laundry room. Cool. So now, in case anybody is curious, I'm actually gonna bump this up to size 14 font because I don't like it. I also don't like, there we go. Oh, the widows and the orphans are so bad. What if I did like a 13? Oh, it's still just as, oh, that's a little better actually. All right, okay, all right, but this is great though. Actually, I might not do this as large. I'm gonna probably do like 30-point font for this. I might do like little notes on what the main features of each floor are, I think, since I'm going to have a little bit more room. I'm going to do some shading and light studies, methinks, after your stream. Fantastic. I recognize stream is like going major overtime here. That's okay. I really wanted to get this done. I think that I'm going to be in a good spot here. So let me go ahead and do a duplication of these notes over here. And we're going to say first floor ground floor contains parlor. We have kitchen, breakfast nook, dining room, guest bath, what in the hell? I'm gonna actually bold this. I'm alright. Everything's fine. And then we have first floor contains oops, my bad. Oh my god, I can't see. B's room, upper left. I always do this to myself. B's room, a bathroom, Bree's room, upper right, right, master bedroom, and then Liz's room, lower left. Okay, all right, pretty good. All in all, ain't bad. Okay, but let me move. I need this to have a little bit more room, so we're gonna move this shit around just a little bit. It mostly is this specifically that needs to go up a little bit. And I think I'm gonna also do like a, well, we do like a little box, I feel like. Like just something. Nice. And then I'm going to duplicate this again. We're going to put it down here as well. So that way there's just some indication that there's notes here. Oh, that looks fucking good. All right. Great. Oh, but guess who didn't save it this whole time? It was me. I'm a bad person. All right, I need to go eat food. The ADHD you didn't eat until just now ridiculousness just hit me. So I'm going to go get some lunch. But thank you so much to everybody who hung out today. I really appreciate it. Massive shout out to Badrick for leaving those 2 reviews on Goodreads for A Court of Snakes, both 1 and 2. That is very, very kind. And then also to, don't forget that we're doing the Court of Snakes, Bitter Truth, Honey Justice live reading again tonight. So be sure to pop by tonight if you want to listen to the second half of the book. So we're going to go from, about 25% to about 50%. If you want to listen to the first half of the book before jumping in to stream, you can do so by listening to it over on YouTube. I have the VODs up there still. But other than that, I will see you all later tonight, and I hope you have a good rest of your day. Bye-bye, everyone.